I know that if you voted 3 weeks ago yesterday for Donald Trump, you've been called many names on social media, in your inner circle, by people behind your back at work. But the hits continue to come in, this time from another Hollywood elite who thinks they know better than you. Good morning, day before Thanksgiving, 7:05. It is great to be here on KCMO Talk Radio. And deep down, I'm actually grateful and I'm thankful during this Thanksgiving holiday week for celebrities like Sharon Stone, for showing us what a horse's rear end they really are. Sharon Stone went off. This audio comes courtesy of the Torino Film Festival in Italy, where she was there to receive an award. And Sharon Stone, in a video that went viral yesterday, had some very deep thoughts about America in the wake of this year's election. And when I hear this, I say to myself, Sharon, why don't you just stay there then? Why bother coming back if this is how you feel about half the country? Or I should say, more than half the country at this point. Let's roll Sharon Stone.
You know, Italy has seen fascism. Italy has seen these things. You guys, you understand what happens. You have seen this before. My country is in its adolescence. Adolescence is very arrogant. Adolescence thinks it knows everything. Adolescence is naive and ignorant and arrogant. And we are in our ignorant, arrogant adolescence. We haven't seen this before in our country. So Americans who don't travel, who 80% don't have a passport, who are uneducated, are in their extraordinary naivete.
All right, Sharon Stone, how about that? Bunch of uneducated, ignorant, naive, arrogant, adolescent dopes, morons, jerks. If only you had a passport, you might have voted for Kamala Harris, says Sharon Stone. What do you want to say to Sharon Stone this morning at 913-408-7957? That doesn't result in Mark hitting the dump button, John.
We all know what she's famous for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, that's a good point.
Wearing the skirt.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the movie even, so that's how memorable it was.
Well, she clearly thinks very highly of herself, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my gosh, she thinks very highly of herself.
These Dixie chicks and all these people, and they get over to Europe, and then, we're just so horrible.
I know.
I'm the spokesman for all of America.
I'm so sorry. We let you down.
Yeah.
Europe's been letting us down, okay, for generations now. We've had to back up their sorry butts left and right, time and time again. Just like we've had to do with Ukraine, right? We've got to help Ukraine because they don't want to or are not willing to do it. How about they fund Ukraine? They're the ones who are more at risk by Russia than we are in the short term. Not saying we shouldn't help, but my goodness, we give Europe a pass every single time on some of these major worldwide issues. Here's more of Sharon Stone yesterday in Italy.
What I can say is that the only way that we can help with these issues is to help each other. Now, we can't just say that women should help women because that's the only way we have survived so far. We must say that good men must help good men, and those good men must be very aware that a lot of your friends are not good men. And you can't continue to pretend that your friends are good men when they are not good men.
Please keep doubling down. Please keep doubling down. Call me an awful man. Call the majority of men in this country awful men. Please keep doing it. It will work out so well for you guys next time around. I promise. Don't give it up, Sharon. Please keep going to the cocktail parties. When you donate to the Democratic nominees in the midterms, and then also whoever the nominee is in 2028, please continue to talk about how awful men are and see how that works for you. I really hope you do it. And then while you're at it, call them a bunch of ignorant, arrogant, adolescent ignoramuses, and that will definitely work out well, too. America's filled with idiots, according to Sharon Stone. And if only you traveled the world, and if only you were as worldly as Sharon Stone is, you might have known the error of your ways. You might have been willing to just do the morally right thing and vote for Kamala Harris. But you're too big of a rube to do what you should have done. Sharon, maybe this is all about you. Maybe it's you who is the ignorant one. Maybe it's you who is out of touch. Maybe it's Sharon Stone. Yes, you, Sharon Stone, who is arrogant. Maybe it's you who's out of touch. Ever think about that? Maybe the usage of your passport on private planes and first-class flights, maybe that's why you don't realize what just happened 3 weeks ago yesterday. And instead of admonishing and trying to embarrass the majority of America who voted for Donald Trump, you look in the mirror and you wonder to yourself and you want to learn what the heck just happened. But your arrogance, your ignorance, and your naivete won't allow you to do that, to do the very thing, Sharon Stone, that you are criticizing Donald Trump voters for. What if that's on you? 913-408-7957. The text line is down this morning. So if you want to chime in, it's going to have to be the old school way. Yeah, call us. That's where Dennis is in Bonner Springs. What's up, D?
Good morning, Pete. Hey, all these Hollywood people, they almost sound like they're reading a script. They all sound like they're on drugs. She sounds like she's on something. And they all need to go talk to their shrink because their shrink is, I don't know. It blows my mind listening to these people, how detached they are from the people that got them to the position they're in.
Well, listen, I said it the week before the election that when I was feeling good about Donald Trump's prospects, I might end up leaving the show and getting my psychology degree. You remember that, Dennis? What did I say?
Sir.
I said there's going to be a big market for shrinks if Trump wins. I was feeling good about things. But now I can't leave you guys. I'm having too much fun.
Hey.
I can't go back, and I don't want to go to school anyway again. I can't go back to it.
Real quick before I got to get off, you were talking about the weight loss drugs. There's a meme going around social media, and it's this young guy he's healthy as you can. He makes you look obese, and he's buff, muscled, and everything. And he goes, just went to my doctor getting my Opesic so I can be on the class action lawsuit when it comes, because you know it's coming.
Yeah, listen, we don't really know what we're putting into our body with that stuff. I get it. If you were fat at one point and you're taking Ozempic, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'll deal with whatever the health results and outcomes may be if and when that day comes. But listen, I'm all about staying healthy, but maybe doing it the old-fashioned way. Call me old school. Kim in Kansas City, go ahead.
We have an opportunity for a new movie to come out.
Okay.
A few ungood men.
Very good. Very good. Well done there, Kim. A Few Ungood Men, starring Sharon Stone, after she berated men. Oh, my gosh. Walter in Spring Hill, go ahead. You're on KCMO.
Morning, Pete. You ever notice these stars that are always virtue signaling and telling us what we should be doing, and they're going to pack up and leave if Donald Trump gets elected? You ever notice how that never happens? And it always seems to be one of these stars that hasn't had a good movie in the past 10 years, and there has been. And so they're just looking for their extra 5 minutes of fame because they've got nothing else.
Yeah. Hey, I think you're onto it there. That's certainly a part of it. Thank you, Walter. You're right. It does seem like it's more of the boomer class of Hollywood. It's like the Clooneys, the Sharon Stones, the Pacinos, the De Niros. It is that actor, actress who really hasn't been famous or done a good movie in like 25 years that seems to be most offended by this stuff. But then again, the movie star is kind of a thing of the past. I hate to say it, but like now people are more into series on Netflix and Paramount Plus than they are movies. Like the movie star is kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit here. Right? I mean, I can't think. Now, I know I'm not in that phase of life with 3 little kids, but who's the hottest movie star under 35 right now? I mean, I'm genuinely asking. I wish I could read your text, but the text line is down. But I don't know who that would be today. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, they're all YouTubers.
Yeah. I mean, there's not that De Niro, Pacino, Leonardo DiCaprio. I just ripped off 3 Italian guys. That's the Italian in me talking. They just came to mind. But you get the point. Like, that person just isn't coming to mind for me. Now, speaking of Hollywood and celebrities and people fleeing the country, there's one guy I almost feel bad for on this front. I'll tell you who that is next on KCMO Talk Radio. We'll get to your calls here coming up on just these celebrities never learning. Rosie O'Donnell, Sharon Stone yesterday in Italy just blasting America for voting and electing Donald Trump. But real quick, speaking of celebrities, Meghan Markle. I know you care so much, but I do think this story matters. Meghan Markle has put out, and I'll explain why, put out a statement after a solo Thanksgiving appearance amid a professional separation from Prince Harry. So the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are reportedly in the midst of a professional separation. Reports suggesting that their relationship is in a, quote, very bad state. Over the last few months, the two have been seen attending various events solo. Most recently, Meghan Markle hosted an intimate dinner for the Southern California Welcome Project. And the former actress has since shared a statement on their website following the Thanksgiving event in which she opened up about the heartfelt dinner she threw for Afghan women with their partner organization, Mina's List. She says here the initiative has spent the past year building community through storytelling and creating a safe space for women who have resettled in the U.S. from Afghanistan. She adds here the dinner was hosted at our place where the participants were gifted with new cookware for the upcoming season. She remains committed to uplifting women, fostering community through shared experiences, reinforcing the importance of unity and support during challenging times. This comes as Harry last week attended a string of events, while Markle was seen joining her celebrity pals at a different event without him. So this is getting awkward and very uncomfortable, and it looks like they're headed for Splitsville. So think about Prince Harry. Think about what a stooge this guy is. I almost feel bad for him, but I don't think he's smart enough to know how badly he's gotten played. Think about what this guy did. He abandoned his crown, his family, and his country for a woman who's treating him now like a dog, who's throwing him to the curb. And the woman, a divorcee B-list actress, manipulated him. And now she's leaving him with far more fame and fortune than she would have otherwise had. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life and how to handle your relationships. I'll just say I think we can all learn something from Prince Harry, who may very well end up crawling back to the UK. Not like Ellen DeGeneres, a.k.a. Gary Busey. I mean like actually crawling back to the Queen like a dog with his tail between his legs. And hopefully one day he'll realize how badly he screwed this whole thing up. I'll just leave it at that for now. 913-408-7957. Judy's in Bethany on KCMO. What's up, Judy? How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So my list of actors and actresses I'll no longer be watching their movies is growing because of stupid things like what Sharon Stone said. I don't watch Jane Fonda, no longer watching Robert De Niro, and now Sharon Stone. I mean, good grief.
Well, you know,
Richard Gere.
I get it, Judy. I do, and I thank you for the call. I will still watch De Niro movies. I mean, he's got some of my favorites. But it's just like I'll still listen to Springsteen. Now, he's not as crazy as some of these celebrities are. He's got bad politics, but he doesn't go out there and say stupid things about fellow Americans like Sharon Stone and De Niro and some of these people do. But I'm still able to separate it. Now, would I go support a new movie if Sharon Stone came out with a new movie or was part of a new movie?
That's the question, I think.
That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer to me would be no. But here's the thing. It's like John says. If you're already boycotting it, are you really boycotting it? Like, I'm not going to see Sharon Stone movies anyway.
Right, exactly. It's not the actors that I'm boycotting. It's the crappy writing and the serial, the whole industry, really. So
bingo.
Not worth my money.
Randy, what's happening? You're on KCMO.
Oh, hey, Basic Instinct is the answer to the trivia question on that movie. But I just wonder, with the 4B movement going on, if she did her little peekaboo flash now, would there be duct tape in sight?
Oh, man. Yeah. John and I were talking about it during the break, the Basic Instinct movie and scene that really obviously put her on the map. I won't answer that question on the duct tape. I'll just say times have changed, right? We'll leave it at that. Times have changed. Thank you very much, Randy. I appreciate that at 7:30 in the morning on KCMO, just where I wanted my head to be today.